Hey Andre, do you know what engine this is?
Yeah, I do. Because first of all, it says it up here. Duramax 6.6 liters of V8 diesel goodness.
And welcome to another show from the Chicago Auto Show. We got two shows in one sentence, Andre.
Heck yeah.
And in this video, we are going to be concentrating not on that because we've already done a video with that, right? Not the ZR2.
Nope. This is heavy duty time.
Yep, we're going to be playing with the heavy duty trucks. So we're going to give you a walk around of some pretty cool GM heavy duty trucks. And it's not necessarily that, even though that is cool. Just wait, we'll surprise you.
Yeah, Silverado HD. So we can start with the engine
Yep.
because this is pretty unique. This is obviously a V8 configuration. They've had it for many, many years. This is the latest iteration of it, 445 horsepower, 910 pound-feet of torque, low-end torque, but it's also gear-driven, so there's no timing chain, there's no timing belts. This is a pretty durable setup, and I want to show you the turbocharger. It's pretty cool. Roman, it's a hot V. What that means is the turbocharger is sitting in the valley between the cylinders. And look, it's pretty giant. I mean, you can see both sides of the turbo right here. It's like the size of a cantaloupe.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love these cutaways of engines. I mean, look at the size
Of the pistons.
I know, they're immense. And especially now that, electrification is quickly approaching, this is gonna be like, I remember when, Andre, we used to have torque from diesel.
And valves.
and turbos.
Yes.
So we wanted to kind of do a checkout of not just the power plant, but then what powers the vehicles that we'll be featuring.
Yeah, and it's high pressure injection systems. You could see everything. Look on this cutaway. I believe this is maybe part of the exhaust gas recirculation as well. So, I mean, I'm not an engine engineer, so I don't know every piece of this, but it's really cool to see that in person.
I bet you, like, all the diesel mechanics out there are like saying, I've never seen an engine this clean, especially diesel.
It's chromed out too.
I know.
It's chromed.
All right, well, let's take a look at what is under the hood of some of these heavy-duty trucks. This obviously is a 2500 Silverado HD, and this is the LTZ, Andre.
Yeah, this is kind of more of their higher end trim level, and of course it's a crew cab. It's been around for a couple of years now, but it's coming back. Of course, well, not coming back, it's been here. But it has that engine under the hood.
Yeah, and here's the interesting thing. Look, it's $75,000. Keep that in mind because
Yeah.
we're going to show you a truck that costs less, but in my mind is actually cooler.
Yeah, so of course, look large and in charge, right? I am almost 6'3", and this hood is very tall.
Yes, you are almost dwarfed by the hood.
By this grill.
I know, it's incredible. I think you said it, large and in charge. You want to show the interior? Let's show them the
Yeah.
interior. And this is the Z71, so this is the off-roady one. So if you guys are thinking about doing a little bit of off-roading, this is a good truck for that. Now, people have basically been not very pleased with the interiors on these. We had, of course, a Trail Boss for a year, and it's very functional. Not necessarily the most expensive of materials in here, right? The buttons are plastic, dark plastics.
And a little bit of smallish screen,
Right?
right?
Small screen, but very functional. We were very happy with it.
Yeah, so for 2022, their light duty trucks are getting a full infotainment system redesign and dash and gauges redesign. And hopefully, I'm guessing, Chevrolet hasn't said this, but hopefully it's also coming to the heavy duty trucks. And I'm guessing maybe within a year, we'll see those updates as well. So if you want fancier graphics or bigger screens, you may have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, so let's go show them the trucks we really want to feature. And keep in mind, guys, the difference between a heavy-duty truck and full-size, like say a 1500, isn't in the cab, right? The cab is essentially the same. It's really in its towing capacity, its payload, and its power plant.
So this truck probably has about 3,000-ish pounds of payload. And let's check out the bed really quick.
Okay.
This is still a very large bed. You can see that it's about 6 feet. Like 7 or 10 inches? I mean, it's pretty huge for a heavy duty. And it has the fancy tailgate, of course, right? So you can see that right here, the multi-flex. And it's also prepared for a gooseneck or a fifth wheel attachment. And it's pretty wide, but we'll see something bigger, right?
Yeah, let's go look at something bigger. Here's a little bit of a hint. Check out this exhaust pipe.
Yes.
And stay tuned. I'm going to give you a hint. Stay
Okay.
tuned because we're going to go look at a little bigger one. Now here's another 2500 HD truck, but that's not the one we're interested in. The one that we really want to feature is that. Look at that. As a kid, I would have died to get behind the wheel of a red. Is it a dump truck? Is this thing dump?
Yeah, it's a dump bed.
Oh, how cool is that, Andre?
So this is what they've been doing for a couple years, 6,500.
Oh my God.
Now this is proper. They call them actually medium duty trucks because they're bigger than the heavy duties pickup trucks, but they're approaching semi-truck territory as far as their frames, capability, and basically payload ability.
So how much does this cost, Andre? Should we look at the Monroney? Because you'll be surprised. Remember, the other one we just looked at was $75,000.
Yeah.
I'm betting that this, like a little bow tie, that's kind of cool, the way it's cut out.
It flows through.
Look at that, 71. So this dump truck is actually less money than that ZR1.
Oh, LTZ, the LTZ truck. So look at this. So of course it also has a diesel engine, 6.6 liters, but there's a few differences. Medium duty trucks like this and commercial trucks are not rated the same. They're rated basically on an engine dyno, so the power numbers are a little bit lower on these. This also does not have the 10-speed. The truck we showed you over there had the Allison branded 10-speed automatic. This switches to 6 speeds because it's just massive. And look, here's an important number. Gross vehicle weight, 23,500 pounds. So this can, I wonder if they have a payload sticker.
Also, it's a two-wheel drive versus a four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
What's the payload on this bad boy? You see
I don't know if they list it here.
Rated, yeah, on this.
Because it depends on the bed, different configurations.
I'm going to go with a lot.
A heck of a lot.
A heck of a lot.
Heck of a lot. So it's a little bit hard to see, but you see how each different configuration can be rated differently. So that's what they have. The interior is similar, by the way.
Very similar. Let me kind of give you a quick look in here. Yeah, it's the same one pretty much that we had in our Trail Boss, right?
Basically, same type of screen, same buttons, but also there's a cool button. Do you want to jump in there?
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I wonder what that does.
I think it probably communicates to you about the bed.
Okay, and then
what look on the lower switch gear. You see that? It says auxiliary, and also there's a PTO, power takeoff. There's a little button with a little circle on it.
Okay, right there? No, that's not it. Here, you take the camera.
Hold on, let me come around.
You're going to go on the other side because I am having a hard time spotting this. And Andre, can you get this bed from the dealer, or is this like a dealer installed option? Or
I think it's an upfitter, they call it. Upfitter. So this button right here is a PTO.
Okay.
Basically, you can connect something else like a hydraulic pump for the bed or a plow, something like this, very easily.
So Andre, do you remember? Well, he's gone around the truck. Do you remember when I was talking about the exhaust pipe? Now, that is an exhaust pipe. Look at the size of that.
Okay, so that's bigger than my hand. That's humongous.
Yeah, this is more of a utility truck, something that like maybe a cable company or an electric company might use. Let's see if there's some Monroney on this. I'm kind of curious.
Let me see.
Yeah, open it up.
I'm going to do something that I'm probably not allowed to do.
Well, do it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this might be like, it could be a plumber too, I suppose.
Yeah, you could put a lot of tools. Let me try to get in here.
It's not bad.
It's pretty amazing. You can grab your parts, your tools, your accessories, and come out pretty easily.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool truck. I'm gonna go around and take a look at the Monroney. So let's take a guess. How much do you think this guy cost?
I want to say a little bit less than a dump.
You think? There seems to be a lot of people by the Monroney, Andre. We have picked an inopportune time.
Let me go sneak in there.
Go sneak in there, yeah. Yeah, go sneak in. See what we got here. How much?
65.8. So it is a little bit less.
Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah. Not much. And then finally over here, we've got a 3500
dually,
yeah, which is of course a great truck for towing your horses or your skid steers, whatever you want to tow.
And another thing, so the big trucks, the 6500s we just showed you, they're really good for payload, right? Heavy boxes, heavy dump beds. A truck like this, it's really great for towing, right? Because it's rated to tow about 35,000 pounds on a gooseneck.
I guess that's.
Oh, it's for COVID.
Right. Is it for COVID? Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're here by ourselves.
We are here by ourselves. Yeah. Except for the union guys.
That's us. This is the high country, dude. So this is kind of the highest end.
This is going to be the most expensive, I'm betting.
What do you think? Over 80?
I think it's going to be over 80. It's four-wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
High country. This is if you've got a big old horse trailer with living quarters, right?
Yeah, and expensive horses, right?
Look, there's no price.
Oh, come on. Oh, I was wrong. 31,000. Well, I said between 30 and 35. But yeah, lots of capability. Even for a crew cab like this with four-wheel drive, 31,000 pounds, that's a lot of weight you can pull.
You know what they say, Andre? If you have to ask,
you probably can't afford
it. Yeah. Well, there you guys have it. A quick walk around of the big boy trucks here at the Chicago Auto Show. For all of you guys who love diesel trucks, this has been kind of a tour of, well, look at that bed, 8-foot bed for sure, right?
Yeah, 8 foot.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
That's humongous.
You know, I always like when people like bring canoes and then they never have a place to put it. You can fit a canoe in here easily.
Or 10 of them.
Or 10 of them. Especially if they're heavy.
Yes.
All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Close up the bed, Andre.
Alrighty.
And remember, go to TFL-studios.com for all your TFL videos from the Chicago Auto Show. Ciao.